Actually, I joined ISKCON I didn't join ISKCON until sometime in 1980, but I came across Prabhupada's books in '79, and I started reading Prabhupada's books, and then I started chanting, and I set up an altar at home with Radha Krishna and Panchatattva and Prabhupada. I didn't actually know that Prabhupada wasn't here anymore. So I actually accepted Prabhupada as my guru. I said, okay, he's my guru. So when I finally got to an ISKCON temple in '80 sometime, I was chanting and sitting around everything. At home, hadn't met a devotee. Knew they were somewhere, but I hadn't met any. So after the whole absolute turmoil within ISKCON, when people were put finally out as not really being guru, it wasn't an issue for me. Because I thought, actually, Prabhupada's my guru. I'd always accepted Prabhupada as my guru. So that was an issue, but I took a strong shelter of that. So before I'd met Gurudev for the first time, I decided, okay, I've got to get back into Krishna consciousness. I'll go to Mayapur. I know Mayapur. It's great. So I'll go to Mayapur. So I booked a ticket in 2000 to go to Mayapur, but it was Kartik time. And I was almost about to go, and there were floods in Mayapur. So I thought, oh, okay, all right, I'll go to Vrindavan. So I changed the whole thing, went to Vrindavan, and I met up with some Aussies on the way. And so we ended up, when we arrived in Vrindavan, that I went down to Rup Sanatan. I'd never been there, didn't know what I was going to see. And but I carried my bags into the temple, like everybody, and sat them down, and Gurudev was sitting there on the asana. So I sat down way up the back, and I was watching Gurudev, and I was thinking, he's not Prabhupada. That's what I was thinking. He's not Prabhupada. So many devotees, he was giving class, but he's not Prabhupada. And then, amazingly, he was Prabhupada. I saw Prabhupada sitting there on the asana giving class. 100% I saw Prabhupada. I said, no. And then I saw Gurudev again. It's Gurudev. I said, I don't know what that was, but he's not Prabhupada. And then I saw Prabhupada again. Undoubtedly, it was Prabhupada sitting there and talking. I'd heard all Prabhupada's classes. I've listened to so many. I know his accent, how he spoke, everything. And I saw Prabhupada. And then immediately I knew, he is Prabhupada. All of a sudden, like after 20 years of thinking this is Prabhupada, I know who Prabhupada is, all of a sudden, who I thought Prabhupada was changed for me in a moment. I realised actually this person, Bhaktivedanta Narayana Gosvāmī, he's the genuine, bona fide representative in line with Srila Prabhupada. I knew it right at that point. And it wasn't anything he said in class. It was just that particular experience of seeing, him manifesting exactly what it was that I needed to see to remove 20 years of anarthas that I had. They moved in an instant with no effort. They just washed away. And there was no problem. Gurudev, he was the genuine, bona fide acharya for bhakti ras, no doubts. So from that moment, I actually surrendered to Gurudev in my heart. That now I have my own Prabhupada. I thought, now I have my own Prabhupada.